Hello, Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're located on Montgomery Road, a couple doors north of the Montgomery Inn. We have a website, audibleelegance.com. It's a living, breathing site with manufacturers' promotions in it and a special section and involves news. Now, the thing that comes up repeatedly from commenters to my videos is mentioning equipment that I am unfamiliar with. And keep in mind that there are many products that aren't even in the United States, but are well received in other countries. So I am not the end-all and be-all of anything that has ever been produced over 50 years and is now being produced. I don't. And so I always enjoy hearing about some of these products. Since I have many viewers around the world, it might be relevant to people who live in that country. Here's something that maybe you should take a look at. I have no problem with that. We're a community, and if ideas come along, great. And this also gets me to thinking about people idolizing or thinking reviewers are end-all and be-all of knowing all equipment. No, there is simply too much product out there and too many permutations and combinations for any one person to have any significant knowledge of what's out there. They may have some, and they may be helpful. But, to assume that they know everything that exists out there and have played with it and know how it works or how to get the best out of it, please don't put your faith in reviewers. That's the reason I don't hand out reviews here. Because some of them, I've proven some of them and written letters to these companies that publish this stuff, how inaccurate they were and why. And one magazine that is still published in the States edited my letter and took out the critical elements explaining why their reviewer was, just full of nonsense, so that it looked like their reviewer was just fine. So if you think these magazines are truthful, bullshit. They have political agendas too, but they don't know every piece of equipment out there. Please, if you're anywhere in the world and if you think there's a neat product, that might be useful to somebody, mention it. I've had a couple mentioned to me here, or mentioned in the comments that I've looked at here, and I have essentially passed on them. And it's not because of the product, it's because a lack of stability in who's distributing the product. I can't work with a product line where distribution changes faster than fleas on a dog, because that means I don't have a reliable source of support for the product to give to my customers who put their faith in me to sell them something that they can have a long time. I don't make those decisions, but I have to protect my customers. I'm not interested in running a business where everybody winds up orphaned and I don't have to take care of them. That's not my business model. So please continue to mention these products. I don't know all about them. Occasionally I might even have a wrong impression and I need to be corrected. That's acceptable too. Bring it to my attention. As I said, I don't know everything. So every bit helps. Thanks.